There are currently no food shortages in the United States. That's according to the United States Department of Agriculture. Let that sink in for a minute. Although in some cases the inventory may be low on certain foods you want to get at your local grocery store. Some foods might be low at your local grocery. Hey y'all, Suri with AV Prepping. So I just wanted to go over some of the propaganda that I was reading, and maybe the federal government thinks we're all stupid. We're not. That's why we watch these channels, because we want to be prepared as prices increase, and that's what we're going to be talking about. I know I keep harping on this, a lot of prepping channels do, but we got some big major issues, y'all. So this is from the sunsentinelsource.com. Food shortages are the next supply chain crunch. In Denver, public schools are facing shortages of milk. In Chicago, there are grocery stores that are facing shortages of canned goods and box goods. This is nothing new. We all know that. We've seen it. It's been coming. It's happening now. It's a supply chain issue. We have food in the country. We can produce food, but the things that I've been talking about, they can't hire the people. They can't get the truckers in to truck the stuff, and the stores are having trouble hiring people to stock the shelves. Well, the stores are doing pretty good, at least in my area, but this is just one of the issues. So this is from fortune.com. I'm going to read this. I'm afraid we're going to have a food crisis. The energy crunch has made fertilizer too expensive to produce, says Yara CEO. If you don't know who Yara is, they are one of the world's largest manufacturers of fertilizer. Now, if you remember, I talked about fertilizer in a video maybe a month ago. The fertilizer is produced everywhere but here. We produce fertilizer here, but not a whole lot because we outsource everything. So when the CEO of fertilizer, one of the largest fertilizer companies on the planet, says we're going to have food shortages, especially when it comes to vegetables and fruit, people should be listening. Please wake up. It's going to get bad. So if you listen to the government, they say, yeah, there's some problems, there's some shortages, there's a little bit of inflation. Jerome Powell says, yeah, we're experienced a little more inflation than we expected. Everybody's saying that in the government, and they're just incompetent. I work for the government. Trust me. The emails I get from higher headquarters is shocking. Literally shocking, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to read some other things on inflation that has to do with food. Here's one little thing that doesn't even have to do with food. Children's shoes are up 15% over last year. That's insane. Okay, so here are some of the numbers that I pulled up last night. Bacon is up 19.3%. Pork ribs, 19.2%. Eggs, up 12.6%. Ground beef, 10.8%. Fresh fish, up 10%. I didn't find the percentage that steak is up, but I can tell you, because I look all the time, that stuff's getting expensive. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. So these are things that are starting to show that we know, I know, you know, because you go to the grocery store, you see the supply chain issue, you see the price increases. So remember, you can't trust the government. They're going to lie to us, tell us everything's hunky-dory. Look, China and Russia have already told their citizens to start stockpiling their food for the upcoming winter. What is our government saying? Nothing. They're not saying a word. Everything's going to be fine. Our gas is up 42% over last year. 42%. And I haven't gotten a 42% pay raise, but the gas is up that much. And it's going to keep going up. I forgot her name, the Secretary of Energy, she's just like, oh, well, heating fuel and fuel energy is going to cost more this winter. everything else is costing more. And my fear is, I remember this happened before. People are going to die because they can't afford to heat their houses. It's going to be absolutely insane. So we need to start getting ready. If you have propane tanks for grilling, get them filled up. Even if it's cold out, you can go outside and cook. It's just utter insanity. So here's a call to action. I want you to, next time you're at your store, look at the price of steak. A good steak. They have gone up. Look at the ribeyes. They're up $2, $3, $4 in some places. See how your shelves are in your store if they're empty. Now, we never dealt with this. Every once in a while, something might be low, but when something's low, it's low for a while because, there's not a food shortage, but there's certainly a supply chain crunch right now, and the shortages will be coming. If you can buy some extra non-perishable foods, go ahead and get them. It's not going to kill you. If you can afford it, please hedge against this inflation because it has started. It's not going to go away. Even the federal government, in their infinite wisdom, said, oh, well, we're having transitory inflation. Well, it's going to be transitory for a few years. And it's going to hit us all in our pocketbooks. I was reading a report, food bank donations are down 50%. Their cash donations are down 50%. And the government ain't going to help you. They do not care about you. They just want to control us. I will be doing another video on the energy side of things and the big push for them to have solar and wind. And the problem with that is you can't use the wind turbines up north because they freeze and they won't be able to run them. And it's not always sunny. So what are we going to do to heat our homes? Food for thought, y'all. Just think about it. Again, thanks for taking the time for watching this. I didn't mean to rant, but there's information that needs to get out there. Y'all take care. God bless America and stay safe.